What's good? What's good? Welcome to Epic Entertainment Critics. I'm Antoine.
No, I'm still James.
All right, we're checking out some trailers. So we're gonna do the Obi-Wan. We're gonna get that in tomorrow. I apologize for the wait, but while we're waiting, we're gonna give you some discussion about some Star Wars. We got Andor, whatever. I think it's called Andor, but it's Andor. Is that?
I don't know.
I remember them saying it was Andor. So Andor. It sounds stupid because I know when I look at it, it's like in the door. Andor. That's how you say it.
Sure.
Andor. This is the dude that was in Rogue One that I barely remember. Not the robot.
No, you remember the robot.
I remember the robot. He was cool. Not the Jyn Erso, the main character. Not even the monk.
Not the blind monk.
Not the blind monk. You know, this is the dude that was I guess he's kind of like
not the monk's friend either.
Yeah. I guess he's the Spanish version of Han Solo. What? I mean, that's about a good way to but look, he wasn't.
You mean the Spanish version of Ron?
I remember you specifically saying, I don't know if you remember, but I remember you specifically saying on our review for Rogue One, the dude in there, Andor, I don't like him. I remember you saying that shit, dog. Like you was like serious about that.
I don't even remember it, but that's how I remember you saying that shit. I would say.
You was like, yeah, the dude in there that's supposed to be the main character. He's like, yeah, I don't like him. Dude ain't had no charisma, and I was like, whatever. So. Well, son, he got his own show now. He got his own movie now. Or, no, this is a show, I think. So.
That shows me, I guess.
Right. No, I believe it was just like, I think they trying to, hit their Latino audience. Like, hey, we got,
Well, they already had to scrap, what's her name show.
Who was that? Patty Jenkins.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think she had a little Rogue Squadron or whatever. And, yeah. I wasn't looking forward to that, especially when they showed her little promo when she was on roller skates. Like, fuck, get the fuck out of here. And we saw what she did without Zack Snyder help, too. So the first movie, like the Wonder Woman 84, without Zack Snyder touch, we see what you got. And they was like, ooh, hey, get Patty on the phone. I was like, no, we don't need none of this. But anyway, Star Wars, Andor, whatever. We're going to watch this trailer, and we're going to have a little discussion for it. So, Star Wars?
Andor.
They're so proud of themselves, so fat and satisfied.
What's that?
They're everywhere. They're watching me now.
Soon enough, these days will end. There will be no rules going forward.
People are standing up. That's what a reckoning sounds like.
Holy crap, they didn't show him, did they?
They showed 2 frames of him.
I don't even remember seeing the dude. I'm like, did I miss him?
I think they showed like 1 or 2 frames of him, but that would have been about all I saw.
I didn't even see him. That shows the confidence they got. I mean, dog, look. Don't call it Andor. Don't call it Andor and don't even show the dude. It's like,
Well, Andor is a planet, right?
oh, no. That's Endor. This is Andor.
Oh. Oh.
Endor is the Ewok planet,
Right.
which I'll be on board to see what's happening
Okay.
there because they had built a base there.
That goes to show you. I didn't
this
even
is-
remember his name was Andor.
This Andor, this is the character from Rogue One that
Forget that guy.
I forget where he's from, but he's Hispanic Latino, but he's I guess he's gonna be the main character on this. And on that, it was like, remember Rogue One was the rebellion has been growing, and he kind of talked of, I've been doing this for 10 years and I lost friends and so this is kind of like that. And I'm like, cool, but you know what? I'm tired of the rebels. You know what? Y'all had y'all chance. Let's see what the Empire talking about, because y'all boring.
Well, also they do need to give some depth to the Empire because they can't just be bad guys.
I swear, it's like they showed them minimum, and they showed them drinking. Well, we'll just take them out, no problem,
Yeah.
And we
It's
get to
like-
see from the rebels' point of view.
Like,
which
because
is-
that's the thing I think a lot of people don't think about when they watch these kinds of stories. Like, the bad guys have to be able to convince themselves that they're right.
right, exactly. That's what I'm saying. So, seeing from their point of view, actually, you can humanize them.
Yeah.
You can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to make them generic
Like
Nazis.
slimy, Nazi.
Yeah. And I was like, I want to see some of that because you keep showing me rebels and they're boring. And they do the same stuff.
Also, not for nothing, the rebels don't get to have any fun.
They boring, but they not interested either.
Yeah.
And then now y'all got them looking like they village people and stuff. Who are
Yeah.
they with the? Come on, man, damn. I know that they,
Like, they also-
got to start small and you know.
Like, they doubling down on this, like, the Empire's going after these native peoples thing.
I know. It is like, okay, all right.
Like, also, because I don't know how much you can be a native of any planet when you're all humans.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't know how that works.
Well,
in
if the
this-
planet
in this-
is, well, see, we don't know in that galaxy.
like, I don't know.
Other
how,
planets have
yeah.
humanoid.
Like, I don't know how humanity. If there's a unified humanity in Star Wars, I'm so out of it by this point.
Yeah, who knows? I
Yeah.
mean, because they kind of like they got planets, they just humans.
Like,
But
if everybody's just people, I guess. You know?
yeah, and some planets don't have people. But
Yeah.
whatever. So I was like, they adding more female officers,
Yeah.
but I don't like that because the way they put them in there is like they just shoving them in there.
Mm.
Let me see some development with them.
I'll also say this: if the character doesn't need to be in there, the character didn't need to be female because the character didn't need to exist.
Well, the thing is, they put them
If
in
you're
there
going
because
to do it, make it. I understand that the point of inclusion is like to make it more normalized, but also you put these characters in, and we're going to notice them because we didn't have them before.
yeah,
So like
do something with them.
do
That's what I'm
something
saying.
with them,
right?
You know, it's like there was the one chick in the sequel movies.
Right. It was you talking about. Right. She was an officer.
She
or
was
whatever,
an officer.
but she was just there too.
She was just there, and like she passed along orders. She was basically a glorified secretary.
Yeah. No. Well, I think she is at the command of one of the ships or whatever. But point is, give them. Stop just putting them there and
Give the
being
character
there.
weight.
Right. Stop just putting them there just so you can have them there. Let me see what they about.
Yeah.
Give them some motivation. Make
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying.
But like I'll even say
Make them
this.
somebody.
If you're going to keep characters on screen, they should matter.
Right. But no,
Yeah.
we should care about Andor, which I don't.
Like, I don't know why he's getting a show. He's the least memorable character from that movie.
I know. If they did the robot show, I forget the robot name.
Wait, look, the
Give
robot defected from the Empire. I want to see his story.
He didn't defect. He got
Well,
reprogrammed.
I don't care. I want to see how it happened. He's fun. I like him. Bring him back.
Right.
Bring back the blind monk. I want to see.
Right. Something like that. I mean,
get Donnie in on the phone.
I mean, it looks kind of interesting.
Yeah.
If we get more world building and more expansion on the world, but the thing is, well, the galaxy. But the thing is, you're doing that, and then it's like, what now? I just feel like we've been here.
Like, I don't understand why we need this show.
We don't, but I feel like I just feel like maybe they just trying to, we want to include a Latino star to run head the show.
Okay.
And I'm okay with that. Actually, I'm okay because I was like, I don't care if he's, Latino, whatever. I just wanted to tell a good story on how did the rebels become who they were. But then it's like, y'all kind of like shitting the bed on.
So Pedro the helmet stays on, Pascal don't count?
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Well, I mean, yeah, we got him.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I was just guessing. I was just saying.
I mean, like, it may just be a matter of, like, expanding the background of that so that people of color become more.
They could have just called it Rebels.
But because that's all it is.
Right.
But, like, that's the problem. There's already a show about rebels.
Yeah.
And it's better.
And all that.
And it's better. Like, it's not great, but it's better.
Yeah.
Like,
but we don't know yet. It could be good. But I tell you, the most interesting stuff in that trailer wasn't Andor.
no.
They barely showed him.
Yeah. Like,
what's up with that?
We're seeing the Empire, and we're seeing, like, some aristocrats.
It's like beginning of how the rebels kind of start building they army in secret.
Yeah.
While the Empire
it looks like some aristocrat within the Empire is on their side.
Now, mind you, the rebels wasn't just the rest of the galaxy, because the rebels were people who was fighting that decided to say, we're going to fight, but other people say, hey, I'm neutral. So it was kind of like some people like, I ain't fighting. So the rebels was just a group of people who decided to fight the Empire.
Yeah.
And
like that's the other thing. If you're going to handle a rebellion, like a big part of that is figuring out who you can and can't trust, even amongst the neutral folks. Like, look, we need to get supplies, we need to get weapons.
right,
Who
because
can
you don't
we
know
talk
who's going to
to?
sell you out.
Sometimes you gotta go deal with some scum just to stay armed up, stuff like that. And I'm like, the subterfuge aspect of it, I'm all about, but the character aspect, I couldn't care less.
Yeah, so I mean, it looked like some cool, world building stuff there, like, but it's nothing. It's nobody in that trailer that I feel like I can attach myself to and be like, oh, I want to see. And like I said, with the Empire people, it looks like that looks interesting. And if they show more of that, I wouldn't mind seeing. So they had this old story. You heard the character Kyle Katarn or whatever.
Yeah.
Where he started off with the Empire.
Yeah, I remember Kyle Katarn.
And he went to the rebel side, but the whole thing was, it was from the whole point
Folks
of
have
view.
been clamoring for his story for a minute.
Right, so it was a whole. Why not show that? But it was the whole point of view of the Empire, and what made him change over and whatever. So I was like, let's see some of that, man, because these little town folk stuff. I'm like, man, I don't even want to see this no more. The old, the primitive weapons and all the, making huts and all that stuff. It's like, man, okay, man.
Yeah.
They kill me where they got all this technology, but then sometimes they use stuff so primitive. And that's in Star Wars.
It was like, and it'll be like, you'll have a dude who's holding the barrel of a cannon as a club because they can't afford an actual cannon.
Right.
Like,
or like the dude that was hitting that bell thing. I don't know exactly what that was.
Well, it's like they have, I guess that's like your standard bell tower. So like he's ringing an alarm or whatever, for whatever reason.
Couldn't get a droid to do that.
Even then, it's like, and then the way they've built this, they sonically built that scene, right, where it's like the Tibetan throat singing comes in, and
what was that?
It was like that deep resonant growly.
I know
sound
what that was. I'm saying,
but
what did it?
I don't know. I don't know where it came from or why it's there, but it's like, or it could have been like something else. But like that sort of sound, like they've got a very clear aesthetic, and I'm like, it's a bit primitive. And I'm like, but we also have lasers and like jump drives. Like, come on, man.
Look, we'll see, man. It looked like it's kind of fun. World building. I'm telling you, please
I'm not
give me
excited.
more on Empire,
I'm
less
just
on the
not
Rebels. We seen enough of the Rebels, and now all they do is we have hope.
Yeah.
Man, y'all shut up, man. Y'all
So
get on my
long-
nerve, dude. Y'all some cry. Look, I don't want to be mean, but I'm just tired of y'all.
So long as there's hope,
Just shut up. You got a weapon? Then
hope
shut up then.
never dies.
Do
you?
Weapon is hope. Bye. I'm gone. I ain't got time for this. See, I wouldn't even join the Rebels. I'd be like, man, y'all.
Man, I thought
ain't
y'all
even
had
trying.
a plan. Y'all ain't got nothing but hope. Man, hope ain't gonna feed my kids.
I'm sorry. I just feel like this whole underdog story just getting old, man.
It's been long though.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Is like we've been the underdogs in this fight for so long. Like the thing I liked about the idea of the First Order is like, oh, y'all thought you was done.
Yeah.
And the idea that the Empire or something like it could come back and ruin all that. I want to see how that happens.
Yeah.
But we
I mean,
don't get that story.
The thing is, to battle the Empire, they got to be like guerrilla warfare. They got to be in secret. They got to strike, and then Harry will get the hell out of there before reinforcements get there. You know, 'cause they massively
But I'm
outnumbered.
done with that.
Yeah. So anyway, that was Andor, the trailer, and we'll see.
Yeah.
Wait till we'll talk more about that Obi-Wan and we'll have some more thoughts on Star Wars. Until then, we're gonna be out of here. If you enjoy the content, please subscribe to the channel and hit that bell icon so you get alerts anytime we post new videos or we live stream.
And if you like what you've seen here today, hit that thumbs up down below and hop in the comments. Let us know what Star Wars story you really want to see.
Be nice. All right, we out of here.
Peace.